From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Wednesday, January 10th. I'm Mike Ludlum. High school rivalry basketball. The Ishpeming boys made the short bus trip to Negaunee last night to take on the Miners. Fans fired up, but Ishpeming had an early 8-2 lead. Hart Holmgren backs his defender down, puts it up over and around the rim and in. 10-4 Hematites. Couple possessions later, Gavin Sundberg to Holmgren again for three. 13-4 Ishpeming. Holmgren had 11 of the Hematites' first 13 points and finished with 21. Jason Waterman back to Jackson Sager for three. And Negaunee is starting to mount a comeback in the first quarter. Then Jason Waterman went to work. The drive, the twist, the turns, and the score. Waterman had 10 of the Miners' first 13 points, and guess what? We were tied at 13 after 8 minutes. To the second. Holmgren, Darius Yohe from the corner. That's good for 3+1. Hematites up 7 after the free throw, 20-13. Jackson Sager tries to get the ball to Waterman. Darius Yohe says thank you and eventually thank you very much. He scored the first 12 points for the Hematites in the second quarter, had 17 at that one, ended up with 24, and there's your rebounding lesson of the night by Negaunee coach Dan Waterman on his son. No worries about rebounding when you're Jason Waterman. 3 here, 19 of Negaunee's 26 first half points. He ended up with 30. Ishpeming led by 9 at the half, and they led by 5 at the end, taking this one 59-54. On the scoreboard, Brad Serrard had 25. George Buttville 22 for the Houghton Gremlins, winning 63-50 over Gwinn. Tucker Taylor had 24 for the Model Towners. On the girls' side, road winners. Pickford over Newberry 50-39. Rudyard by 18 over Detour, and it was Cedarville 58. Posen 34. College basketball, the Finlandia women defeat St. Scholastica 84-80. Dollar-based Julia Davatilla scored 25 points and grabbed 11 rebounds. She went over the 1,000 point mark for her career. And Houghton's Kelsey Richards also had a double-double of 16 points and 11 rebounds. The men were not so fortunate, losing to the Saints by the score of 87-58. And the Wildcats have 2 big games starting tomorrow night at Lake Superior State, followed by at Ferris State Saturday. NMU guard Naba Eccles missed last week's games due to illness. He wants to face the Lakers' very good guard, Akemji Williams.
Hoping that we can get him out, get him going up and down, see how he's feeling. And, trust me, if there's one game on the schedule that he wants to play, it's Thursday. Akemji Williams is probably, if you're going 1A and 1B, they're the best 2 point guards in the league, in my opinion. If there's a game he wants to play, it is against that guy, and he's also never beat him. So there's one team, one player that he has not beaten in this conference yet, and that is Akemji. So if he can go, he's going to want to go. I can promise you that.
Tip-off from the Bud Cooper Gymnasium in Sault Ste. Marie tomorrow is 7:30, or a few minutes after the women's game. The Michigan Tech men's basketball team is in a slump, and nobody knows that more than head coach Kevin Luke. The Huskies will try to break a 4-game losing streak tomorrow night at Ferris State. The Bulldogs are ranked 7th and have a 4-game winning streak. Luke says he has to get his team in a positive mindset.
We've worked toward that in preparation for both of these teams. We have spent more time on the Huskies than we have on the Bulldogs and the Lakers this week because of the obvious. But I do think that we give ourselves a chance in any game if we can execute our systems, and we just haven't been that good at that.
Tip-off for the men's game against Ferris tomorrow is 5:30, followed by the women's contest. NMU is at Lake Superior State, starting with the women's game tomorrow at 5:30. New Cleveland Browns general manager John Dorsey has added former Green Bay executives Elliott Wolf and Alonzo Highsmith to his revamped front office. Wolf interviewed on Tuesday with Dorsey, who came to Cleveland last month after the Browns owner Jimmy Haslam fired Vice President Sashi Brown. The 35-year-old Wolf is the Packers' director of football operations and recently interviewed to be their GM. He'll be the assistant GM for the Browns. Wolf is the son of former Packers general manager and Hall of Famer Ron Wolf. He reportedly had an offer to join John Gruden in Oakland. Dorsey played for the Packers and has worked with the Wolves. Now, meanwhile, a former NFL running back, Highsmith spent 19 years in Green Bay's scouting department. He will be the vice president in Cleveland's personnel department. The Packers are expected to hire Mike Pettin, a former head coach of the Cleveland Browns, as Dom Capers' replacement at defensive coordinator, a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Pettin went 10-22 in his 2 seasons as Brown head coach, but he did well as defensive coordinator of the New York Jets and Buffalo Bills. The title of Mr. Hockey is awarded to the best player in the state of Michigan, and this year that title could be given to a UP player. TV6's Seth Wells has the story.
Dawson McKay isn't just the senior captain for the Houghton Gremlins. He's the son of former NHL forward Randy McKay, and now is making his own mark as the State Champs Network lists him as one of the top candidates for the Mr. Hockey title.
It's an honor. I really didn't expect it, but when I heard about it, it was just great to know, and it's nice to see that other people think I'm doing something good with my game. So I'm just trying to do whatever I can and maybe win that. So.
Hockey runs in the blood of the McKay family, and as for Randy, well, he's just like any other proud parent.
Yeah, it's an awful big honor, and I'm proud of him, and he's worked hard, and he's wanted to finish 4 years of high school, and it's been nice to watch him through these 4 years.
McKay has racked up an impressive 12 goals and 14 assists so far this season, helping to lead the Gremlins to be the 5th-ranked team in Division III.
Throughout the year, we have a great chance at winning a state championship, and I hope we can.
I'm Seth Wells, TV6 Sports.
Mr. Hockey will be announced shortly after the state finals take place. That will be in early March. And another candidate from the Upper Peninsula who could be a solid contender and really should be would be Hancock's Alex Nordstrom.